I am Vincent Willem van Gogh. I've spent my life practicing one thing, taking the world apart into colors, then putting it back together with those colors. In my youth, I worked as a clerk, a preacher, an awkward theology student, straining to comfort others with words, only to find that what I could truly grasp was nothing but a paintbrush. The flatlands of Brabant raised me. Low skies, harsh winds, damp clay fields, my eyes were schooled in endurance by a patient gray. The first truth I learned back then, honesty matters more than beauty. The first time I truly smeared honesty onto a canvas was with the potato eaters. I sat with them under the same oil lamp, my hands touching potatoes fresh from the earth. That night, I narrowed my palette to ochre, earthy black, gray-green, purposely letting the light glow like a small warm star falling on faces scored with plow lines. Some called it ugly, but that ugliness was exactly what I wanted. Rough palm lines, the steaming stench of earth, slow shadows as they chewed. What those people ate wasn't just food. It was a life clawed from the soil with their palms. I pinned down that weight with stiff, heavy brush strokes, like driving a stake into mud, reminding myself not to retreat into the illusion of prettiness. Then I went to Paris. It felt like a skylight had been thrown open, light hitting my eyes full force. The Impressionists taught me that colors vibrate against each other. The Pointillists showed me how complementary colors clash, up close yet reconcile from afar. I began using brighter blues, crisper yellows. My brushstrokes no longer smoothed over, but made visible like sound waves. That's when I learned a simple, fierce rule. Let colors speak for themselves. I journeyed south to Arles, chasing sunlight, and a dream to paint alongside companions in the yellow house. I painted the walls a vivid yellow, pulled the curtains wide, trying to nail the sun to the room. To welcome Gogh, I painted the sunflowers. I experimented with warmth between chrome yellow and lemon yellow, letting the spirals of the flower heads twist like a tightening well. I used impasto, even troweled paint on in layers, so each petal grew sculpted edges. Sunflowers don't always stand tall. They wilt, droop, lose their poise. I painted all these stages because friendship is like that. Blazing heat and weariness living side by side. That room full of yellow was my confession to the world. Fierce, unflinching. That same year, I painted 2 night scenes. One was Café Terrace at night. I painted in the dark, a candle tucked under my hat brim. The light was small, but enough to lift colors out of the darkness. I decided not to paint night with black. The sky got a base of ultramarine and cobalt, stars and lamps lit with lemon yellow. The ground and walls got strokes of ochre and orange, making the whole street feel gently warm. Night doesn't need black to exist. It can breathe in blue, sing in yellow. The other was the night cafe. I wanted to paint the noise of insomnia, so I painted the walls a burning red, the billiard table a sickly green, the light a sulphurous yellow. Red and green clashed, like thoughts spinning in a loop. It's not a pleasing picture, but truth sometimes needs uncomfortable contrasts. I just moved it onto the canvas as it was. I also painted myself a breathing space, the bedroom. I straightened the perspective, painted the bed and chairs into shapes as simple as words, softened the shadows, let blocks of color rest quietly next to each other. That bed was a truce I made with myself, though I didn't always keep it. About Gogh we met, argued, goaded each other, like 2 pianos forced to play in different keys. You know how it ended. The ear incident is often told as a legend, but to me, it was just a moment when a boundary tore. A reminder, those who work at the edge get cut by it. In the asylum at Saint-Rémy, I learned to see again. Window panes sliced the world into squares. Beyond them, flowing pine forests, stone hills, night. I stood for hours in the dark, staring at a spinning sky, and so the starry night came to be. I painted blue into swirls, made wind visible as melody, turned starlight into ripples with lemon yellow and zinc white. The village pressed down into almost silent purples and grays. Reason would say it's not realistic, but I believe truth is the track of emotion that night did flow like that in my head. I just pressed it onto the canvas. By day, I painted irises in the courtyard. Their leaves were like blades, sharp but orderly. I first laid down a calm green, then let blue-purple petals breathe one by one. I kept the outlines clear, the rhythm steady, as if smoothing anxiety into the petals. Japanese prints taught me to use empty space and flat color, making lines like short, strong sentences so the flowers quieted. And for a while, I did too. I went to Auvers. The fields were like a huge canvas, wind leaving visible ripples. I stayed at the Auvers Ravou, often visiting Dr. Gogh. He'd rest his hand on his cheek, a little pool of weariness in his eyes. I painted his portrait, the background a heavy blue, foxgloves on the table, with a flicker of light, their heart medicine. We talked art and Hars. He tended my body. I painted his melancholy. Portrait of Dr. Gogh isn't a memorial from a patient. It's more a mutual recognition between two fragilities. Wheatfield with Crows is often called my last work, no need for mystery. That day, I stood on a ridge, wind turning wheat into golden waves, sky low enough to press on my shoulders. In the painting, paths fork in the middle, pointing to no answers. Crows slash from the dark. I didn't plant, meaning I just translated the weight in my chest into color. Let the wheat hum golden noise. Let the sky press down. Let the forking roads stay silent. Life is often like that, standing at a crossroads, waiting for answers that don't come. There were gentle moments too. Almond blossoms was for my brother's child, named after me. I spread a sprig of new flowers over clear blue branches, crisp petals light. No thick paint, no showy skill. Like a short, sincere letter to the new world. May you be bright, may you be soft. My brother Theo and I wrote endlessly. Poverty, pain, misunderstanding came back like weather, but I have no regrets. I painted fast because the sun moves faster. My method was simple. Keep brushstrokes gritty, like turned soil. Let complementary colors vibrate softly on the canvas, holding warmth. At night, avoid black when you can black swallow sound. And I need night to keep talking. I liked using a palette knife like a shovel, pressing chunks of reality's intensity into place. I'd leave jarring textures in the underpainting, reminding viewers, this isn't a smooth dream. It's an image carved from life's roughness. People will stand before my paintings, talk about me, pity me, deify me. It doesn't matter. I wasn't after a conclusion. I was after a way of being seen. When you stand before the potato eaters and smell earth, when you feel the yellow burn in sunflowers, when you see wind in the blue and sound in the yellow of Cafe Terrace at night, when you feel the sky spinning in the starry night, that's enough. Colors will outlast me, and they'll talk to each other better than I ever could. If I had to put a period to my life, I'd want it not as a stop, but a long breath, canvas ahead, paint in hand. I'd still take the world apart, put it back together. As long as colors keep talking, I'll be there.